So let's continue our discussion about thermal physics. Tapos na tayo dito na. So ulitin lang natin, example po natin ng uh, isolated system is the thermos bottle by which, as you can see here in our thermos bottle, uh, we do not have any mass transfer. Ano po, hindi mo po natatapon ng water. And also, we do not have the heat transfer. Okay, so the heat is contained here in our bottle. It is not released or it is not consumed by the surrounding. So, yung ating heat. Now we have the laws of thermodynamics. We have the zeroth law, first law, second law, and also the third law. So for an overview of the thermodynamic laws, first we have the first law by which energy is conserved. It can be its form can be converted. And then second law naman po natin is energies can flow and also equilibrate. And third law is the driving force for equilibration is uniquely defined. And we also have the zeroth law, by which thermal equilibrium is transitive. Tama ba? Nandito na tayo, class, sa thermodynamic laws. Okay, so ibig sabihin, hindi pa ito nadidiscuss. Tama pa? Okay. So let's just continue. So first, we have the zeroth law. I know, naaral nyo na ito from your senior high school days. Pero balikan lang din po natin. Okay? So for the zeroth law of thermodynamics, ano mapapansin niyo? Zero. So mas una pa siya sa 1. Okay? Kaya po siya tinawag na zero. For the zeroth law, it states that if two systems are in thermal equilibrium, example, for system B and C, if it uh, if it is in thermal equilibrium with each other, and also A and also C is in thermal equilibrium with each other, meaning A and B is in thermal equilibrium also. Okay? Okay, gets po? Anyone? So, example po natin, sabihin natin meron tayong tatlong cups. Ano na magkakasama? So, naglagay po tayo ng mga thermometers po dito. Okay? So, sa cup A, naglagay tayo ng, 30, ng thermometer. So, it reads that it has 80 degrees Celsius daw. CA. And then, if you place 80 degrees Celsius a thermometer here in cup B, it will also read 80 degrees Celsius. Ano po? Pero, makikita natin na uh, this is both in thermal equilibrium with each other, Ca and also Cb. Tama? And then, nung inilagay naman po natin yung thermometer kay cup C, ano po yung nangyari? Ano po? Ang na-read is 10 degrees Celsius. Meaning, hindi po in thermal equilibrium po si ating cup C kay cup A and also si cup C kay cup B. Okay? Pero, kung iiwan natin yung tatlong cups na to, for a period of time, it will reach the same temperature. And then, so sabihin natin, all of this will be sabihin natin 50 degrees Celsius. Dahil po, na-reach na po niya yung thermal equilibrium nitong tatlo. And that is the zeroth law. Okay? Kapag po in thermal equilibrium, sabihin natin, si A and B. Okay po, sabihin natin si A and B in equilibrium with each other, and then si A at C is thermal equilibrium with each other. Masasabi natin na B and C is in thermal equilibrium. Sabihin natin kay A and B, 50 degrees Celsius. Okay po. And then C and B is 50 degrees Celsius also. So, understood na si A and also si C is also in equilibrium with each other, which is 50 degrees Celsius. Okay? Naintindihan po si zeroth law of thermodynamics. Paki-thumbs up po kung naintindihan. Okay, next. Next, we have the first law of thermodynamics. The first law of thermodynamics is the application of the conservation of energy principle to heat and thermodynamic process. The change in internal energy of a system is equal to the heat added to the system minus the work done by the system. So, dito kay first law of thermodynamics, so ang formula natin is delta U is equals to Q minus W, by which delta U is the change in internal energy. Heat is added to the system. Example, this is our system, this cup is our system. It only means that if heat is added to the system, okay, so ibig sabihin, meron tayong external heat kung saan ang nag-receive ay yung system natin, positive si ating Q. And then, work done is work is done by the system. So, ibig sabihin, ang nagbigay ng work natin is si system, meaning, magiging negative po siya. Okay, so, pwede pong magbago yung ating equation kay first law of thermodynamics. So, sabihin na lang natin na gawin natin lahat positive. Delta U is equals to Q plus W. Okay? Saka po natin i-apply yung ating mga sign conventions. So, what is our sign conventions? When heat is added to the system, so we will have positive Q. And then, if work is done on the system, we will have positive. Sabihin natin, kapag tumanggap ka, positive. Kapag nag-release, example, heat is evolved by the system, so negative. And then, work is done by the system, ibig sabihin, negative din po siya. So, please pakitandaan po ng ating sign conventions. Ano po example po ng work is done by the system? Ano po? Ano ibig sabihin kayo ng work is done? Alam mo kung matatandaan ninyo, ang work natin is equals to P and also V. Work is equals to negative P, V. Right? Work is done by the system. Or, it is related to pressure and also volume. So, isipin natin, kapag nag-release tayo ng pressure, tumataas ang ating volume. Sabihin natin, yung ating can is nag-expand. Di natin yung can natin is nag-expand. Ano po? Ibig sabihin, yung pressure natin is galing sa loob. Kaya po siya nag-expand. And then, nagkaroon po tayo ng change in volume. Okay, so that is why work is done by the system. Okay, next. How about work is done on the system? Sabihin natin, meron tayong can ulit. So, work is done by the system. Ibig sabihin, yung ating pressure is nanggaling sa labas. Okay? And then, magkakaroon tayo ng change in volume. Sabihin, nanggaling siya sa labas. So, nagkaroon tayo ng compression. Ano po? Nagkaroon tayo ng compression ng gas. So, sabihin natin, lumiit po siya. So, this is an example of work is done on the system. Okay? So, example po natin. So, kapag positive, ang sign convention, yung haha-react, and kung negative is yung sad-react. Naiintindihan? Sabihin lang natin kung ang ating scenario is positive, so haha-react. Kapag negative is sad-react. Nagkakaintindihan tayo? So, tandaan ulit natin, kapag tumanggap sa system, positive. Kapag nag-release si system, negative. Pero kapag naman in terms of surrounding, kapag nagbigay sa surrounding, so siya ay, ano kaya? Anyone? Paano kapag nagbigay si surrounding? Ulitin natin ha. Kapag heat is added to the system, na-add kay system, positive. So, pag tumanggap yung system, diba? System, and sa labas si surrounding. In terms of system tayo, kapag si system tumanggap, ibig sabihin, positive. Okay? Kapag po si system is nagbigay, ano po, parang work done by the system. So, si work galing kay system, siya ay negative. Sabihin natin kapag nagbigay ka negative. Ano? So, ganun lang. Ano po, pag tumanggap ka positive. So, para naman kapag si surrounding ang nagbigay. So positive, negative, haha or sad react? Class. Hello? Ulit. Kapag si system po ay nagbigay, so sabihin natin kapag si system ay tumanggap, positive. Pero kapag si system nagbigay, negative. Kapag si surrounding naman po ang nagbigay, so sino tatanggap? Si system. So ibig sabihin, kapag si surrounding po ang nagbigay na, positive na. Ano po? Pero kapag po si surrounding ay tumanggap, ibig sabihin, nag-release si system. Ibig sabihin po niyan is negative. Okay? Naintindihan? So sabihin ko nga, paano kapag tumanggap naman sa surrounding? Positive, negative, haha or sad react? Okay? Paano kapag si surrounding nagbigay? Haha or sad react? Paano kapag si system ay nagbigay? Haha or sad react? Okay, kapag nagbigay, sad. Ano po? Sabihin natin kay system, oh, nawalan siya. Ano po? Sad. Paano naman kapag si system tumanggap? Okay. So, mahalaga po yan. Ano, kasi po, yan po ang gagamitin natin to solve the problems. O sabihin natin, 100 joules is absorbed by the system. Haha or sad react? Okay. Ano kapag 50 joules is evolved to the surrounding? Okay, correct. Kasi po, nagbigay na si system kay surrounding. Gas absorbs 28 kilojoules. Kasi si gas na po ang ating system. Siya na po ang ating subject. How about 13 kilojoules of work is done on the gas? Okay, correct. So, ibig sabihin, tumanggap po. 30 kilojoules of work is done by the system. Okay, correct. So, bakit po? Is done by the system. Ibig sabihin, si system po ang nagbigay. So, let us calculate delta U. Again, delta U is equals to Q plus W. Calculate delta U if 100 kilojoules of heat energy is absorbed by the system and 30 kilojoules of work is done on the surroundings. Okay po. Calculate delta U. Ano hinahanap? Si delta U. If 100 kilojoules of heat energy, so ang Q natin, heat, 100 kilojoules is absorbed by the system. So, haha or sad? How about the others? Si heat, haha or sad? Bakit dadalo lang nasagot? Okay, correct. Kasi absorbed by the system, tinanggap ni system. So, positive. And then, work is done on the surrounding. Ano pag work is done on the surrounding? Okay, work is done on the surrounding, nagbigay po si system. So, negative 30 kilojoule. So, substitute lang natin sa formula. 100 kilojoule minus 30 kilojoule, it is equals to 70. Okay, naintindihan? Naintindihan po, class? Next. Consider the following reaction in a container with a movable piston. So, the delta U for this reaction, so meron daw tayo delta U, which is 760 joules. As the piston moves up, the system absorbs daw, ano po, 839 joules of heat. Ang heat daw natin is 839 joules. So, is work done on the system? Hinahanap ay work. So, ang 839 ba is positive or negative? Haha or sad react? Haha or sad react po? So, correct. Ano po? Bakit? The system absorbs, tumanggap si system. So, that's why it is positive. And then, hinahanap ay si work. So, delta U is equals to Q plus W. Ang delta U natin, 760 joules. Ang Q is 839 joules. Ano po ang work? Paki-calculate po ng work. Paki-type sa chat box. So, the answer is negative 79. Ano po? Negative 79 joule. So, ang answer po natin is work done on the system. So, yes or no? Okay, correct. Sad react po. Ano? No po siya. Bakit? Negative kasi. Ano po? Is work done on. So, it is work done by the system. Ano po? So, how much work was done? So, negative 79 joules. Okay po. Next, we have the second law of thermodynamics. The second law of thermodynamics is a physical law based on the universal experience concerning heat and energy interconventions. Okay, tatandaan lang natin kay second law of thermodynamics, it's still heat and also the energy. The second law of thermodynamics states that the total entropy, pag sinabi nating entropy, it is the disorder of a system either increases or remains constant in any spontaneous process. Ano ba pag sinabi nating spontaneous? Sabihin natin, meron tayong hill. Sabihin natin meron tayong hill and meron ditong ball. Ano po? So, syempre po, yung ball, mahuhulog siya pababa due to gravity. So, this is spontaneous. Pero, paano naman kung yung ball is nandito sa baba? Ibig sabihin, kailangan pa natin i-push pataas. So, kailangan pa natin magbigay ng energy para siya ay mangyari. Okay? So, that is non-spontaneous. Naintindihan po? Heart react kung naintindihan. Okay, so that is for the second law of thermodynamics. And then, ano sinasabi po dito? Kapag spontaneous process po tayo, hindi po nagdi-decrease ang entropy natin. Lagi po tayong sa pagulo. Okay? Yun po ang sinasabi po dyan. So, ang spontaneous, meron pala dito. So, spontaneous process is a physical or chemical change that occurs by itself. It does not require any outside force and it continues until equilibrium is reached. So, spontaneous is one direction. Ayan. Spontaneous in one direction are non-spontaneous in the reverse direction. Ano po, bakit? Sabihin natin may water. Ano po? May water tayo na galing po sa faucet. Ano po? So, di ba, ang forward reaction natin is pababa. So, that is spontaneous. Pero, kapag meron na tayong water, tapos ibabalik natin sa faucet, magkakaroon tayo ng reverse reaction, pabalik. So, kailangan po natin ng external force. So, that is why it is non-spontaneous. Okay? So, naintindihan po? Paki-wow po kung naintindihan. Next. So, yan. Kapag non-spontaneous, on the other hand, it will take place unless it is driven by the continual input of energy by an external force. So, paano ba yung babalik pataas? Unless itulak mo. So, that is why it is non-spontaneous. So, in a reversible process, the process changes in such a way that the system and surrounding can put back in their original state by exactly reversing the process. Kapag sinabi natin spontaneous process, katulad nga dun sa faucet, kapag forward reaction, spontaneous siya kasi talagang mangyayari po yung reaction natin without an external force. Pero kapag po uh, non-spontaneous, so pwede, ito po yung reverse reaction. Okay, so we need an external force for it to proceed. So spontaneous po natin is not reversible. Okay, so example natin, surroundings at temperature T. So lagi tayo nagre-release ng heat. And then, surroundings at temperature T, tayo naman po ay nag-accept ng heat po dito. Okay, so small increment of heat transferred to system from the surrounding. So that is for the reversible. Okay, pag reversible, that is non-spontaneous. So irreversible processes cannot be undone exactly by reversing the change to the system. So spontaneous process is irreversible. So actually, parang imposible din naman po ang irreversible process. Pero dahil theoretical po tayo dito, so we say that irreversible process is possible. So, pero hindi naman po exactly kung ano po yung reversible process is equal to the irreversible process. So if the partition is removed, so ito yung partition natin, the gas spontaneously fill the evacuated space. Ano po? So automatic po tayong magkakaroon po or i-fill po ng gas natin yung space. Okay? Kasi po, inalis natin yung partition. So, work done by the system is 0. Pero, kapag po nagkaroon po tayo ng compression, dito po wala tayong ginawa kasi wala tayong binigay na work. Kasi po, reversible process po siya. Ibig sabihin, spontaneous process siya. And then, kapag naman po ibinalik po natin yung gas sa kanyang original state, so kailangan natin magbigay ng push. So kailangan po natin mag-exert ng work. So that is why work done on the system is greater than 0. So kung gusto natin ibalik, so maging reversible process po siya, so kailangan po natin magbigay ng work or ng external force. Okay po. Next. So, sabi nga dito kay second law of thermodynamics, so entropy po natin is disorder. So, sabihin natin, meron tayong block of ice. Yung block of ice na yan, may crystalline structure po yan. Ano po, like this one. Pero, dahil nga po nag-increase yung entropy natin, sabihin natin due to temperature, nag-increase yung entropy. Mapapansin nyo, pag naging water na po siya, di ba, mas malayo na po yung kanilang spaces sa isa't isa, kung saan nagkakaroon po tayo ng increase in kinetic energy, and then, nagkakaroon po tayo ng mas magulo. Ano po, ibig sabihin, kapag taas ng ating temperature, pagtaas po ng ating entropy. So that's why in here, increase in entropy, so from block of ice to water, and then if we will decrease the entropy, so the puddle of water, it will become ice kasi magkakaroon na po ng crystalline structure. So entropy, hindi lang po siya naka-base po sa unavailability of energy to do work, but it is also the measure of disorder. So yan, example po natin ng increasing in entropy. So kay A, ano po, ayos na ayos yung bedroom, and then after some other time, so nag-increase po tayo ng entropy, gumulo po yung bedroom. So yun po sinasabi ni second law of thermodynamics. And then another one, ano po, so due to spontaneous change, so yung ating high ordered solid, and then naging disordered liquid na po siya. Okay? So, example din po is itong nandito po figure na nasa baba. Next we have the third law of thermodynamics. Pag sinabi natin third law of thermodynamics, so ang tatandaan natin at absolute zero, which is at Kelvin. Okay? Theoretically, all modes of motion stops. Okay? Di ba? Kay kinetic molecular theory, ang sabi, all matter is in constant motion or is in motion. Pero dito po, sabi kay third law of thermodynamics, theoretically, ano po, all particles stops daw. So thus, the third law of thermodynamics states that the entropy of a pure crystalline substance at absolute zero is zero. Bakit po? Kasi nga po, at absolute zero daw, all modes of formation or all modes of motion stops. Ano? Kapag nakatigil lahat, ibig sabihin, maayos po tayo. Ano kapag kasi magulo, sabihin natin mataas ang energy, madami nagtatakbuhan dyan, so mataas po ang ating entropy. So ibig sabihin, kapag po zero po ang ating absolute temperature, this means ang ating entropy ay zero din. Like this one. Ano? At zero absolute temperature, so ang ating entropy is zero. And then if we will increase our temperature, so our entropy will also increase. Okay? So, naintindihan po ba ang first, second, and third law class? Paki-heart react po. Okay, so hanggang dito lang muna po ang ating discussion. And then, we will continue this next week. Ano po?